Hi everybody, I'm Will. Welcome back to my kitchen. Today we're going to be making some weed milkshakes. Buckle up and we're going to go on quite a ride. Etc. So in order to start, we've got to make some canna milk, which is a pretty simple process. You don't really need to decarb your weed like other recipes. Because it's going to be simmering with the milk for like 3 hours, the weed will activate over time by itself. Okay, let's get started. First, we've got to fill our pot up about halfway with water. Like so. And then we have to put this bowl on top of the pot, and this will create a sort of double boiler because we want to be really careful with our milk while it's being prepared. So we're going to need 4 cups of whole milk. Remember, it has to be whole because the weed won't bond to a low-fat milk at all, really. Careful. And just pour it in. Then we're going to use about 2 cups of cream, which is equivalent to this container. And that's just going to increase the fat level so the weed will bond even better. Awesome. So we've got a 1/4 ounce of weed right here. Remember, it doesn't really need to be decarbed. You can just kind of pour it in there. Now we're going to leave our bowl here and we're going to bring our pot over to the oven. So we're just going to leave our stove on high and wait for it to boil. Okay, so now we're going to play Name the Strain. Basically, I'm going to list a bunch of different strains and you're going to have to figure out which one is real and which are fake. And then at the end of the episode, we'll reveal our answers. The Simpsons. Bob Saget. Mile High Club. The Philadelphia Experiment. Old Mother. Now you've got to stay tuned to find out what the real ones are. That's how we trap you. Alright, so now our water is finally boiling and we're going to bring it down to a lower level to simmer. And we're going to go get our weed milk. Just place it on top to create our makeshift double boiler. It'll be simmering for about 3 hours, but you want to make sure to keep checking back on it and stirring it. It's pretty viscous and just lots of weed chunks everywhere, making a nice whirlpool. So if you're waiting around for your canna milk to finish, you might try a banana and get a potassium fix before your poison. Yellow's my favorite color. Since it takes forever to make the canna milk, we've got some already prepared and cooled down in our fridge, so the milk still has a bunch of little weed bits in it, so we have to strain it through a cheesecloth. We're done with our cheesecloth, so we're just going to put it in the sink. So now we're going to put some of our canna milk into the blender for our milkshake. It's really strong though, so you only really need like half a cup. I don't believe I've ever actually had canna milk in the past, but I could very well make some for myself in the future. Now we're just gonna get our ice cream from the freezer. We're going to put about 3 cups of ice cream into our blender. My favorite flavor is vanilla, but I'll survive with this, I guess. It's a little stuck. That's okay. Now we're gonna blend our canna milk and ice cream together to a milkshake consistency. Cool. Now it's time for a weed fact. Weed is actually in the same plant family as hops, which is a key ingredient in beer. Hops actually has a mild sedative effect just like weed, And so people used to put it in their pillows at night to help them sleep. We're gonna just deck out our glass for aesthetic purposes. We've got marshmallows, chocolate chips, Oreos, strawberries, pretzels, Twizzlers, leaves, Kit Kats, straws. The blue is pretty divine, I think. We're gonna put our chocolate chips in the microwave for about like a minute and a half, and until they're just like melted very finely. Okay. Okay, so now our chocolate chips are all melted. Now we're gonna stir our melted chocolate chips into a saucy consistency. We're gonna give our glass a nice rim job and just... There we go. It's a little sloppy, but I'm sure it'll taste pretty delicious anyway. Now we're just gonna chop up an Oreo to add to that. We're just gonna sprinkle this into the chocolate bowl to just add another layer of deliciousness. Rim again, this time with Oreos. Next, we're gonna slice a strawberry up to put on the rim. You just wanna cut it like 2/3 through so it's split, but not in half. Strawberries are definitely my favorite just because I'm an organic asshole, I guess. So you just want to gently place them around the rim of the glass. We're just gonna let that chill there, I guess. So now it's finally time to add our milkshake. Wow. Now we're gonna get some whipped cream from the fridge. Get it in there. I really like as much whipped cream as possible. You could totally stop at this point, but I like going the extra mile, so we're gonna add some Twizzlers. It's overflowing a bit, but I like it. Now, some Kit Kat bars. And for health reasons, just a little bit of mint. And finally, a pretzel on the edge. Now we've got a crazy straw. We're gonna stick a marshmallow through. And ta-da! It looks amazing, but I might not live very long. It took a lot of work to get to this point, but I think it was worth it.
Now it's time to reveal which strains are real and which are fake. The Simpsons is real. Bob Saget is real. Mile High Club is fake. The Philadelphia Experiment is fake. Old Mother is real. Congrats! I knew you guys could figure it out.
Wow, it's a chocolate explosion. I'm overwhelmed with flavor. If you want my opinion, I'd say this is totally worth the early grave. Well, we're all done. Thank you for joining me on this amazing chocolate weed milkshake adventure. Until next time, I'm Will. Bye. Bye.